Welcome to Beauty Hour. Today, we are tackling a profound and intense topic, sustaining your marriage through difficult times. Every marriage has its ups and downs, even though it is a beautiful journey, whether you are navigating through financial stress or personal struggles. Here with me, I have Reverend Manasseh Kwame Asiedu, who will be sharing insights on how to thrive in your marriage. Daddy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
I know that every episode of Beauty Hour is always a blessing.
Amen.
Daddy, we are looking at sustaining your marriage in difficult times.
Yeah.
And I know that most marriages, when it comes to their difficult times, has to do with either offense, and one way or the other, there must be some kind of forgiveness. So today I want us to shift it to forgiveness. Let's know what's forgiveness at all. What is forgiveness?
I think just as you have said, sustaining every institution is not an easy task. And we look at marriage also as an institution, like any company, any organization that is a thriving or a living organization. Just as the church, sustaining the church, the spiritual aspect, the physical aspect, the social aspect of a church. The same also applies to marriage. There is also a spiritual aspect. There is a social, the financial aspect, the economic aspect, children, all those things. So sustaining marriages is not an easy task. But the Lord has always helped those who rely on Him. And also, marriage comes with its own storms. There are storms that comes with marriage because in relationships we have conflict in relationships. So marriage is also an organization or an institution which comes with its own ups and downs. And how do you then sustain it, especially in hard times when things are very difficult and things are very complicated? How do you make the marriage to work as a Christian? And we want to start with forgiveness. That a lot of things will be done. But if you choose to forgive, everything will remain again. Every marriage at court, every marriage in a family house, that they are talking about it now, that they want to break it, except violent situations or situation where the person is not healthy. The person may be mentally deranged and all those things which need exceptional things to handle it. Apart from that, most of the marriages, when one forgives, the marriage will not collapse. It will continue. If you take a spouse to court and they say, we had a misunderstanding, I want this marriage, and after they have done a judgment, you come back and say that we are forgiving ourselves, the marriage will work again. So forgiveness is what sustains, one of the key points that sustains marriage in difficult times is forgiveness. And when we talk about forgiveness, what are you talking about? I wrote some things here I want us to. It's an act of pardoning an offender by letting it go of a resentment and not seeking revenge. Because most of the time when people are offended, they want to be compensated. They want the person to come in a certain way to apologize. That when that apology is not rendered, or when the particular prescribed, and mostly it is done in such a way that the person has to demean himself. They want the person to come and kneel down and apologize for me to feel good before I can obviously forgive. So forgiveness is you act, you pardon the person's act, and you are not seeking revenge. And it's in all relationships. When you do that, the relationships, even among your friends, you are not married, among your friends, when you are a person who easily forgives, the relationship becomes stronger and you learn from each other. So
Daddy, how do I forgive my spouse? Does it have a special steps, or so how do I forgive my spouse?
You have to have what we call advanced forgiveness. Knowing that every relationship comes with its own conflict, misunderstanding, and different perspective. Sometimes you may be treated, or something must be said which is not true about you. Later it can be explained that we didn't understand you clearly. So one of the key points is, as Christians, is that you try to forgive without conditionalities.
Okay.
Try to forgive without conditionalities. Because God has forgiven us in Matthew chapter number 18. So he also entrusts in us the responsibility to also forgive others. So in Christianity, your level of mercy that you shall receive is directly linked to the level of forgiveness you also give to others. So forgiveness is not something you are doing somebody a favor, you are doing yourself a favor. Because when you forgive, God will also forgive you. And a lot of people see the one who is wrong as actually the one who is benefiting. And whatever he does, until I forgive him, then he's happy. So me have decided not to forgive. No. When your child starts to urinate and you clean it, you will not like to also to urinate. Are you getting me? So why do you think that when somebody is wrong and you the one who is matured, you forgive the person, you also think that he's feeling so pompous, so me too, I want to also go and commit the same sin as. I don't think it's right. So the perspective, scriptural perspective, the maturity perspective will help you to forgive without conditionalities. Looking at the aspect of God. And when you forgive, you heal yourself. You lose yourself from many issues.
According to psychologists, they say that for men, sometimes it's hard for them to say they are sorry, even when they know that they are wrong.
It's because of the authority.
Okay.
When you talk about men, we are talking about a husband.
Yeah.
But when we talk about a young man and a young lady, and we are all working together, and something happened, surely when they come, I will apologize.
Okay.
But when we fall into a relationship, here there is an authority. It's like you and your boss working in the same office. And your boss have done something wrong. He'll be quiet. He might not say sorry. He'll be quiet. He will express it, but he may not express it the way people want to express because of his leadership role. So he will quiet. He will not pursue. He will not stop. He will stop accusing you, or because maybe you're saying, this thing you did it wrong. This thing, why did you do that? And when he discovered that, that thing you are not the one who did that, he will stop. He might not come and say, kneel down, apologize. No, because of his position.
Okay.
He has to forgive, but because of his position, he may not play it the way as if he is a colleague.
Wow.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
So normally, the same man, when he's in the office, maybe he's working in a company, and he and you also a young lady, they are man not married, you are all equal staff, and he does, he will quickly apologize, sister, sorry. When he knows that he goes to the discipline committee, he will be called and all those. But when it comes to a marriage structure, when it comes to a place where somebody is acting as authority person, he will recognize he's wrong, but he may not express it the way. It's everywhere. Even you and your son in the house, or your first daughter, or if you have a child, you are in the house, and you are pushing something, you say that you are wrong. You always say that, you may not, because of the authority position. So it doesn't play with the men. It plays because of the role. You will see the person as, your mother is blasting you, saying some things against you, and later it turns out that what you were saying, you were rather right. You quietly said that, well, you it's not in all those. But you will not come and kneel down and apologize. No, they won't do that because of his authority as a mother or his authority as a father. But if they are flowing at the same length, they'll begin to say that, sorry, so I didn't do well.
So that is, should we say that as a spouse, you should forgive your husband or your wife even when they've not apologized?
I think when you forgive without conditionalities, that's what the scripture call all of us, that there is a scriptural injunction that we should forgive. Before you even offended me, there is a scripture that I should forgive. That's why we speak about advanced forgiveness. There is a mandate, every believer you have to forgive. And also let me explain some context, when your life is threatened, I think things need to be looked at from different angle in marriage. And when I say your life is threatened, not when you think your life is threatened. Not when, or because somebody can wake up and say my life is threatened. So he doesn't want to marry again. He says my life is threatened now. No. When the matter has been brought before leaders, it has been assessed, and we see that maybe certain mental condition, certain spiritual condition, certain imbalances, which is making things well. I think that matter, when there is forgiveness, certain conditions must be set for the person to return to normalcy before the two of them can come together as a spouse and to live together.
Daddy, so much wisdom. If you just stepped by, we are looking at sustaining your marriage through difficult times, and we are looking at the aspects of forgiveness. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. Daddy, when it comes to forgiveness, as we are having a conversation, it's much easier. But when it is time to forgive, we all know that it is not that easy. Why is it so painful when it gets to forgiveness?
Whenever we talk about forgiveness, it means that an offense has been committed. And sometimes even somebody is injured. Somebody is hurt. So the one who is at the receiving end is a one, he's not only, maybe a reputation is damaged. His reputation has been damaged. There have been a character assassination and all those things. The reason it's difficult is that you have suffered a difficulty, a damage. So sometimes you look at the extent of what has been done against you, and you begin to weigh it. You think the person have damaged you, the person have done this, the person have destroyed you, and all those things. So that's why naturally it's very difficult for the one who is at the receiving end to. Sometimes the person also feel that he was mischievously treated, that the person who was acting knew that this will be the end of my action that I'm taking, and he's going to suffer. Maybe in a relationship, you mean something, the person didn't mean it. And whenever there is intentionality on certain things, it needs to be looked at a different angle. Even though forgiveness will play a role, but those who are working on it need to, especially if it's in a marriage condition and somebody is trying to settle the issue, there should be looked, especially when there is intentionality in what the person is doing, that there is an intentional plan. This thing is done mischievously. The person knows what he's doing, and he keep doing what he's doing because he's pushing an agenda. Things should be looked different. There can be forgiveness, but we have to look at things from a different perspective. Are you getting me? Maybe the two of them have put their money together and they are doing something as a couple and all those. And one keep pushing the boundary to the point that you know that forgiveness will be there, but we need to consider whether we should still put our money together, because I know that this and this and so all those things should be looked together. Then the person who have suffered certain harm or certain issue that is making it very difficult, but you look at from the spiritual perspective that you stand to lose more when you don't forgive. Because one, you are going through pain, and God is also going to add on top of your own forgiveness his own punishment for you. So when you look at from the perspective of God, you can also grow. Also, when people, every relationship, what happens helps to strengthen the relationship or makes the relationship to break. Normal relationship, a friend, not even married people. But in marriage relationship, we become wiser as we grow. Through issues that happens, like I always tell people that when it comes to trust in relationship or in marriage, for trust, I don't tell you I trust you. We can make it. But as we grow, you redeem the trust by your action. Are you getting me? Yeah. I trust you. I give you something to keep. When I come, half of the thing is gone.
Trust is not there again.
The trust is not there.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Then I trust you. Then you come again and you come and say, can you imagine the money you told me to keep? Also, one of my friends came, was crying too much, and I gave it to him. So gradually you are breaking the trust. Are you getting me? So one of the reasons that you have to check out when you want to forgive is that look at the spiritual aspect. That if you don't forgive, the consequences spiritually that comes to you is, and moreover, what has happened already. And by keeping it, you will also cause emotional torture to yourself. So when you forgive, you recover and you fight back, because through it, you learn a lot of lessons. That I was thinking that this person, he was quite responsible when it comes to finance. But I've seen that financially, I can't trust him. So maybe when it comes to sexual purity, he's okay. But when it comes to finances, it's not somebody, I think I should trust myself.
Can't trust. Daddy, you see, nobody, I don't think anybody goes into marriage thinking the worst. Everybody goes into marriage thinking of the blessed aspect of it. So how do I prepare myself for uncertainty in marriage?
One of the things is that in our counseling, we have added a course to it. How to prepare for uncertainty in relationships.
Wow.
Because over a period of counseling and a period of meeting with people who are post-marriage, pre-marriage counseling, and maybe those who have, one of the key things is when there's crisis. People are not skilled or are not spiritually prepared when there's crisis. And you can't wish uncertainty away. You need to prepare against it. So uncertainty can flow from both spiritual angle. You are married, you are trusting God for a child, 2 years, the child has not come. The place is vibrating. Everybody is looking for who to accuse. Is it your mother who cannot have children, or your family who are not people who have children? So you have work, you started work 2 years, good wishes. Then all of a sudden, your job, you have lost your job. You have come home. And even sometimes the one who have lost his job is thinking more. And the one who is giving small money is saying that you are lying in the chair instead of going to look for, and crisis starts. Then accusations continue. Then things begin to. So in the midst of crisis, that's where relationships are challenged. So one of the key things that you must prepare yourself for crisis, even though there's no crisis. Naturally, we put fire extinguishers even though there's no fire. We put alarm system when there's no fire. When we are going to sleep, we lock our door. No thief has informed us that he's coming, but we lock our door because we want to be preemptive. And Jesus said nobody's going to build a house that you will not sit down and assess the cost. So, and marriage is like building a house. So if you want to build, you must sit down and assess. In case financially I'm challenged, what will I do? And let me say this too, those who are listening to us and you will excel when you prepare yourself more than when you begin to have vain expectations. I always say that. A lot of people are so fanciful. They are so restaurant, pleasure. In the midst of uncertainty, pleasure is not an issue. But in the midst of uncertainty, preparation is the key. How prepared are you? In case this battle have to go beyond what we're expecting. Especially in marriage, sometimes it can be spiritual attacks. Sometimes the person's body can marry a wife that for some time, you can marry a husband for some time, everything is okay, after morning you go into things are not working. You have to be praying. It's not one, two. I've seen many in all those things. And another journey of prayer begins. And so a lot of people have not been trained that this, they start blaming. And if I knew I'm going to marry this general, I will not marry. Easy, you are not prepared. You were climbing a low quarter when you were going to marry. You have fanciful thoughts in your mind. You were not on ground. Even normal relationship that you have with your parent. We have trying moments, difficult moments, where you have to stay with your uncle, where you have to come in, where your father lost his job, things will begin to... But those who prepare themselves, it's not that uncertainty will not come, it's minimized when it comes. So there is a course that we are trying to add, we have added to our marriage, that how to deal with uncertainties.
Okay.
We prepare you that in case this thing, and I would like to list 1 or 2 points.
Okay.
Number 1, prayer. The prayer is key. I tell you, see here, when life goes smooth with you, you are a person who disregard prayer and speak against prayer. Because you have not seen the crucibles of life before. I remember a man they brought a man to me in Accra many years ago. And he told me his connection with many government of people in UK, many people. But all of a sudden, after his 58 years, marriage, everything has ceased in his life. Nothing works. Everything he touched, crash. Everything he touched, crash. Everything he touched, crash. So, what about church? He's not a church person. I've not prayed for anything. Everything is well. What about fasting? Oh, no, I've not done fasting before. So now that he has to start all those things again. So, prayer. Prayer is key. And I want to quote something from Matthew 26:41. Say, pray that you are not led into temptation. Sometimes prayer interferes demonic activities that are planned against your life. Your prayer will interfere it. Or your prayer will stop you from making errors that will be difficult to solve. Because most people, most of the difficulties they go through, they are the one who created them. They made a bad choice. They made a bad investment. They tread where they were not supposed to tread. And now they are losing their money. So what came upon them before they made the decision? It could be an attack that came upon them for them to make
that decision.
So even in marriage, people take people through medicine. They take them through juju, spiritual control, to make sure that I'll marry you. Somebody can even tell you, this guy, I'll marry you. You, this boy, I'll marry you. Whatever you do, I'll marry you. And he will use spiritual, but prayer interferes demonic activity. So one of the way you prepare in marriage, or you prepare against uncertainty, even when you are married, you can still pray against uncertainty, is prayer. Number 2 is wise counsel. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. Don't wait for you to have problems before you go to somebody for counseling. Normally, you will not hear. You will not hear. Because the problem is boiling. And when they talk, you will hear the man greeted you and gave you drink. But the counsel, it will not go. It's good to solicit counsel when you are not in any emergency. One of the things I've seen is that there are 2 areas young people doesn't want anybody to talk about it. But when there is problem, they want you to handle it. Money and marriage. I speak from my perspective as a minister who have handled it. When it comes to their money, they don't want you to hear anything. But when they go and give somebody, they want you to pray. And whenever there is marriage, they want to choose because they want a woman. There's a unique woman they want.
Special way.
So when they now enter, and the problem now start to come, Pastor, can you imagine? Can you imagine this woman? I didn't know she's did like this. Start speaking. This guy, I don't know, he's useless. How you chose it? So they make our work difficult for us. But one of the key things is that in the multitude of counsel, Proverbs 24, verse 3, seek counsel through books. Go for marriage programs. I'm surprised. A lot of people don't like counseling. They don't know anybody to tell them.
Difficult.
You should arm yourself with counseling. It's counsel you defend yourself. Nobody cannot be trusted. I'm telling you. When you grow, you begin to know that the hearts of men is wicked. Most people cannot be trusted. Most women cannot be trusted. So counseling will expose what is hidden that you cannot see. And it will help you to know, or to either you perfect your decision or you avoid the dangerous decision that you are about to take.
Wow.
And the last one, you wanted to say something?
That you said 2, and you've talked of prayer and
wise counsel.
Wise counsel.
The last one.
Okay.
In marriage, financial plan. Proverbs chapter number 6. You need somebody who understands financial plan.
Okay. Even in marriage.
In marriage, money can make your marriage very, very difficult and complicated. Yeah, if you don't know how to organize money. Number one, how to generate money, how to spend wisely, how to invest, how to be strategic. It's not only earning salary. I know people who earn salary, their life is still miserable. But you generate income to a point, you know where to invest it, the spiritual connection you have, the physical and those things. Because without any solid financial plan, my sister, your relationship will not go the way you want it to go. Yeah, you may not have money all the time, but you shouldn't be poor all the time. That's the truth. You may not have money all the time, but you shouldn't be poor all the time. So maybe you don't have money for a period of time, and you are using that opportunity to generate income, and how to multiply the income, and how to move it before you now begin to push forward in life. So without a financial plan, wise spending, a lot of young people, they come under pressure, sometimes from their husbands or from their wives. They're going to buy a condition. You should know when to buy a condition, when to buy fan, when to buy iPhone, when to buy normal, when to buy blocks, when to buy land, when to buy apartment, when to buy this, when to buy this, when to buy a car, when to buy expensive dress, when not to buy expensive dress. Let me say this just to laugh. I think I went with my wife somewhere to a shop in Takoradi many years ago. I think maybe 12 years ago. Actually, we went there to go and buy baby items for our firstborn, David. So it's like it's almost 14 years or more. When we entered the place, I remember that my shirt is getting old, so I need at least one shirt to add. So if I buy the shirt, I'll be able to make the budget. And before I step into any shop, there's always a budget. I don't just go on spending spree. No. I said maybe the children want to buy something, I go there. But me, there is a plan.
Yes.
So when we entered there, there's this shirt they brought. At that time, 14 years old, 60 Ghana. So first, I was thinking that maybe there is a handmade thing. So I was checking whether it was normal shirt.
Okay.
So it's 60 Ghana. So I dropped it. And there was another one, just 18 CD or 20. So I picked that one. I said, oh, this one is nice. You can wear it. I said, no. I have no budget for that one. The suit I'm going to wear. It's only small part that will show. It's only suit. I'm going to put on suit. It's only small part that will show.
Yeah.
And I bought one of the 18 CD and we managed. I said, but you can buy this. It's nice. Sometimes it's not. Now I can buy that 60 shirt. But at that time, not that I couldn't buy. I have the money, but I won't buy.
It is not planned.
It's not planned.
Yes.
It's not within the budget.
Yes.
I have other important things, the money. So financial plan. If you want your home to survive in hard times, even before hard times come, you should have a strong financial plan. Put your feet on the ground. Because sometimes pressure can make you do spending. But yeah, it shouldn't go beyond. Oh, let's just pass here and buy some pizza. Fine, it will not destroy the home. But to make it that every Sunday, or every Monday, you have to go and spend like 800 Ghana cedi. No. It's not wise.
Yes.
So the financial plan will cushion the family because marriage comes with a lot of financial responsibility. You can't pray it away. You can't pray it away. When the children are sick, they need money. So you must be a wise planner. Projecting into the future and restraining yourself, disciplining yourself in the spending will help. So these three will help you. Prayer for the spiritual aspect, counseling for where you have not been there before. Multi counsel will sustain, and financial because money, you pay rent, you pay school fees. So you must have a plan whilst you are working and whilst you are putting things together.
Daddy, I'm so filled. Our time is up, but let's look at one question before we go. Daddy, so how do I then choose a godly counselor?
You choose a godly counselor. We advise that you choose a neutral person. If you choose your parents, naturally they will be biased towards you. There are some parents, they don't have a neutral stand when it comes to their children. Even when their children are wrong, they still have a biased stand. Because they think it's their children. So, in choosing a counselor, a neutral arbiter, a neutral, like your pastor, will be good in guiding the marriage. Because when you are wrong, he will rebuke you. Yes. When you are wrong, your mother or your father may say that, what did he say? If this one I will do, or what is it that he's shouting like that? Because to him, your son is involved. The same, your husband's parents will also be biased towards their son. So when it starts like that, sometimes it even becomes problem between the family. So I will advise that you look for somebody, especially your pastor, if he's matured and is able to act maturely with information and how to all those things. And those who are looking for counseling should know that not all counseling are advice and suggestions. Some of them, they will rebuke you that we're expecting much from you than this. Stop, don't do that. And tell you to apologize, which a lot of people don't like. So you look for a neutral arbiter, somebody who is mature to handle the situation. It will go.
Daddy, thank you for joining us on this episode.
God bless you.
Thank you. If you are still with us, thank you for staying with us up till this point. And I hope this conversation has given you hope and practical tips. Don't give up. Your marriage is unique. It's okay to stumble sometimes, but your marriage is unique. Until I come your way again next week, stay safe and have a wonderful evening. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.